Imagine a world where Voldemort's Horcruxes were never discovered. The wizarding world, blinded by temporary peace after Voldemort's fall at Godric's Hollow, would march unknowingly toward a future more dangerous than anyone could imagine. Without the discovery of the Horcruxes, Dumbledore would never have been cursed by the ring that led to his death. Instead, he remains at the helm of Hogwarts, suspicious of Voldemort's continued influence, but unable to uncover the secret to his immortality. He becomes a silent guardian, watching Harry's every move. Knowing the boy's connection to Voldemort is key, but unsure how to use it. Harry, Hermione, and Ron grow up in a world that never fully recovered from the First Wizarding War. Death Eaters still lurk in the shadows, orchestrating chaos and division, though they lack the central figure of Voldemort to unite them. Harry continues to feel the pull of the Scar connection, experiencing nightmares of dark, fragmented memories. But without clear guidance from Dumbledore, he chalks it up to trauma. Snape, still operating as a double agent, grows increasingly disillusioned. His hatred for Harry festers, but so does his fear of Voldemort's potential return. He begins to suspect that Voldemort's survival may have been more than just chance, but is unable to convince anyone to investigate further. His role becomes that of a cynic, someone who works to protect Harry out of obligation to Lily, but without hope of true victory. Then Voldemort rises again, his fragmented soul, tied to objects scattered across the wizarding world, allows him to rebuild his body through dark rituals, this time in secret. His return isn't as public or grandiose as before. It's slow, calculated, and insidious. He begins rebuilding his power base, infiltrating the ministry, and corrupting influential families. The tipping point comes when Voldemort seizes the Ministry of Magic. His second rise to power is swifter, more brutal, and far more dangerous than his first. The wizarding world plunges into chaos as fear spreads like wildfire. But this time, the Order of the Phoenix doesn't have a clear strategy. Dumbledore, still alive, leads the resistance but struggles to find a way to defeat an immortal enemy. Harry, Hermione, and Ron, now young adults, are thrust into leadership roles they are woefully unprepared for. They work tirelessly to gather allies, but without the knowledge of the Horcruxes, every battle feels like a temporary victory. Harry, still connected to Voldemort through his scar, experiences visions of Voldemort's conquests, but these only serve to torment him rather than provide answers. One day, Voldemort lures Harry into a trap using his connection to the scar. In a climactic duel, Harry manages to strike Voldemort down, seemingly defeating him. The wizarding world rejoices, believing the Dark Lord to be dead once more. But Voldemort's laughter echoes as his body disintegrates. His Horcruxes remain intact. Years pass. Harry, Hermione, and Ron finally manage to carve out lives of peace amidst the scars of their battles. Harry and Ginny are raising their children at the Burrow, where laughter once again fills the air. Hermione, now a respected leader in the Ministry of Magic, and Ron, running the joke shop alongside George, are finally enjoying the normalcy they fought so hard to achieve. The shadow of Voldemort feels like a distant nightmare, though the trauma of the past still lingers in their quiet moments. One crisp autumn day, Harry and Hermione happen to be walking through Diagon Alley, catching up while shopping for their children's school supplies. The street is bustling with life, young witches and wizards excited for the school year ahead. As they chat, a chill runs down Harry's spine, a familiar icy dread he hasn't felt in years. His eyes scan the crowd, and then he sees him. A young boy, pale and dark-haired, standing in the middle of the street. His piercing eyes meet Harry's, and his lips curl into a chilling smile. In his hand, he clutches a diary. Not just any diary, the one Harry destroyed so many years ago. Harry freezes. Hermione follows his gaze, her cheerful expression replaced by one of dawning horror. The boy tilts his head, his eyes alight with a haunting intelligence that feels all too familiar. Slowly, he mouths two words, inaudible in the noisy street but unmistakable: Tom Riddle. Before they can react, the boy turns and disappears into the crowd. Harry and Hermione rush after him, hearts pounding, but he is gone. They stand there, breathless, haunted by what they've just witnessed. If you like the video and don't want to miss the next one, Subscribe, I will be very grateful.